welcome back to my channel. Today, if you haven't noticed, I am going to be doing a decluttering video for you, and today it is going to be on bronzers, blushes, and highlights. So let's go ahead and get started. I can't guarantee that I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, but I can guarantee I'm getting rid of something or some things. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start. I don't know if you can see completely, but I'll bring these out for you. I do have the Naked Urban Decay Flush Palette. I do like this. I'm going to see if I can do this and not blind you guys. It is a very pretty palette. And it's the bronzer shade's actually really, really light. Like, it barely even shows up for bronzer for me. I actually use this more as a blush, believe it or not, and it's actually a very pretty one at that. And the blush color they have in here is really pretty as well. Also kind of light, but very pretty for summer. It's kind of looking orange, and it's really pretty. This isn't going anywhere. This is staying here. This one I actually think I'm getting rid of. This is the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder, and this one is in, ooh, if I can open it, this is in San Lucia, and it looks like this. And the shades are actually really pretty, or at least on camera they look really pretty. Both of them have shimmer, and they're starting to get this feeling on them where it's just ragged, probably for the fact that I haven't really used it too much. But this is actually really too orange for me to use, and I just don't like it. And the blush has way too much shimmer. I don't like it. You're probably not going to be able to tell. It is a very light pink. It is pretty, just not something I'm really wanting. So we'll set that over here. This one right here, I'm pretty sure if you've been with me ever since I started my YouTube channel, I started with this. This is not going anywhere. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, and this is in Dolce de Leche. And obviously I've hit pan on this pretty badly. The bronzing shade, or the contouring shade, is actually very pretty. It works quite well. It's very buttery. I know it looks actually kind of orange. It really isn't once you blend it in. And I don't use this shade as a highlighting shade. As you can tell, it is very light and it's matte. There is no shimmer absolutely nowhere. So I actually use this to set my under eye concealer, and it works very well. And like I said, it's staying here, so it's going to stay right here. Next one I have is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze, and this one is in light. I love this stuff. I've actually hit pan on it, as you can tell in the center. And I actually do use this on my face as a bronzer. You can also use this as a body bronzer, which I tend to do. I use it on my neck and my décolleté, and it works quite well. It's also very buttery and creamy. Very nice. It does have some shimmer, but it's not a bad shimmer where it's got nothing but glitter. I'm gonna have to use a makeup wipe. The next thing I am looking at while I'm wiping swatches off is the Hikari Shimmering Bronzer. And this came, I think, in an IPSY bag. And this is in the shade Radiate. And it came in 4 shades. Now, I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to mix this. If you're supposed to rub in a circle and get all the shades. As you can tell, that's kind of what I did. I think the only thing this thing is actually good for is maybe some eyeshadow. Because if you mix them all together, it kind of ruins the shades. But it does give you like a pretty coppery looking rose gold shade, if you can see there. It is pretty, but like I said, I think that's only good for eyeshadow. I may give this a shot as an eyeshadow, but if this doesn't work out, this is definitely going in the trash. Or to my mom, but I can't see her using that. The next thing I have is this MAC Soft and Gentle in the Mineralized Skin Finish, and it's very pretty. Absolutely love this. It's so pretty. It does have some glitter in it. I've noticed some flecks of glitter, but tell me you can't like that. That is so pretty. You can use this as a highlight. You can top this off as a bronzer. I wouldn't use this as an overall bronzer, but it's very pretty, and it's staying here. And that one, maybe. Next thing I have, you also know, if you've been with me for a while, that the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer is an absolute favorite, and it's not going anywhere. If you haven't tried this yet, I suggest you run out to the drugstore now. Stop the video and go and get this bronzer. Regardless, I think this only wouldn't work for maybe darker skin tones. I don't know if they have this in like darker shades. I've noticed it's only been in the shade bronzer. So if you're medium deep or deep, it probably will not work for you. But it is a very pretty color, and it is very buttery. See if I can rub this on top of a makeup swatch here that I just wiped off, but it is really pretty. And it does look a little orange on camera, but it really isn't, and it's an absolute favorite. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to set these here. I'm not doing so well, guys, but we will work it. Okay, so that is all my bronzers. Next thing we are hitting are blushes. So let's kind of move these a little forward here. As you can tell, I have quite a few. Okay, here we go. This here, they consider this a blush. This is the CoverGirl, let's see, Classic Color Blush in Natural Glow. And it is, you know, if you guys can kind of see that, it is a very pretty color. I'm trying not to blind you with my mirror here. But to me, it is not a blush. It is more of a peachy highlight. And you can barely tell on my skin, and I'm very white, as you can tell. It is a very pretty shade. You can use this as a blush if you're lighter than me. If you are darker than me, yeah, it's just not going to work. You could probably use it as a highlight, but you could use this as a blush topper. It does have some shimmer in there, and it's very soft and very smooth. I do like this, and this will stay. This does kind of have sentimental value to me. I remember every time I used to go over to my grandmother's house, she would smell like this. And you can definitely tell it was like, you know, the older stuff. But I like it. I really do. It reminds me so much of when I used to go to her house. And used to play in her makeup too, by the way. But yeah, that is definitely staying here. The next one I have is not going anywhere. This is the Makeup Geek Blush in XOXO. I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is one of their newer ones that she just came out with. And the line is extraordinary. I'm trying not to blind you with the mirror. But it's an absolute gorgeous color. And it's coming off peach in the camera. It really is not. It is a bright, bright pink. I don't know. It does look lighter on camera. It really is not. It's like the pearlescent pink blush from Wet n Wild, which I have that as well. This is not going anywhere. It is staying. The next two are from L'Oreal. These are the True Match Super Blendable Blushes. I have one in 3C4 Tender Rose, which is very pretty. I also have N34 Innocent Flush. I actually have this on my face today, even though you can't really see it, but it is a very pretty peachy shade. And I really do like these. These are very buttery as well. This one is definitely a light shade. You have to... Ooh! Okay. I've never had that happen before. It actually popped out of its case. Which is fine. I just got a Z palette, or I forgot what they're calling it. But I can stick it in there as well. So, but this definitely, you have to pack on the color, because otherwise it is just going to be extremely light. But it is a very pretty shade, and I'm not getting rid of it. I really do like it. And this is obviously going in the trash. And this one is Tender Rose, if I can open it. And it looks like this. This is more, it looks like more of, you know, a rosy berry shade, but it really isn't that dark as what it's coming off. It's also very buttery. You have to build up the color on these. I'm glad that they say super blendable, because the color pigmentation really isn't there unless you build it up. But they are pretty shades, and I am keeping them both. So that will stay there. This one here, I think it's about Had It. It's had better days. This one is also a CoverGirl blush in Morning Glow. I really don't want to toss this. This does have sentimental value to me. A very dear friend of ours that passed away at the beginning of the year gave this to me, and it's just kind of hard to get rid of. Granted, I did hit pan on it. It is very pretty. I don't think I can toss it. I really don't. It's just gonna stay. I'm not even gonna get into it. It's staying. And then I have two of the Wet n Wild Color Icon Ombre blushes. This one here is in the Princess Daiquiris. I will swatch these for you, even though they are not going anywhere. They are very pretty. I actually tend to use these more as blush toppers than actual blush. They actually have, you know, quite a bit of shimmer and probably a little bit of glitter. More shimmer than glitter, but they just do better as blush toppers. So like I said, this one is the Princess Daiquiris. These are also very buttery. Let's see if I can do this on top of a wet hand here. And to me, these are very pigmented, even though they may not show too much. But this is more of a light pink that goes into a peachy nude. And it's very pretty. I do like the shade. Like I said, it's staying here. This one is in Mai Tai Buy You a Drink. And I say this every time I use this color or I talk about it. Yes, you can buy me a Mai Tai. Anyway, this one is more of a darker peach to like a light champagne-y shade. And like I said, these do have quite a bit of shimmer. And you can tell the difference between the two. This one right here is the Princess Daiquiris. That's more of a pink. And then one on the bottom is Mai Tai Buy You a Drink, and that's more of a peachy shade. Like I said, I like them both. You do have to build up the color a little bit. But like I said, I like these more for blush toppers. So, you know, they're definitely staying. They do their due diligence. Alright, my next three that I have here are the Color Icon by Wet n Wild. I have one in pearlescent pink, and like I said, I think I'm going to swatch these both and see if they really are as close as I think they are. And if they are, I am going to get rid of one. So I'm going to re-swatch the XOXO by Makeup Geek. So there's that one. And then we're going to do this one, and this is the pearlescent pink. This one's definitely got some shimmer, while the Makeup Geek is more matte, which I tend to like. Actually, these are very much alike. I see a dupe video coming on, guys, but they definitely look alike. I think I'm just going to save it just to do a dupe video. I might have to do one by this week. But anyway, I'm going to keep them both for now. Once I do the video, this will probably go to my mom. But yeah, it's a pretty color, and they definitely match quite a bit. So the next one I have is in Rose Champagne. When I want an overall bronzy, you know, look, and I don't want any other kind of colors on my face, I will use this as a blush. I'll swatch this. This is almost hit and pan. You can just see the lines to the pan at the bottom. Oops. Let me wipe these off. Alright. My hands are going to need some lotion after this. So, there is Rose Champagne. And it's a very pretty shade. It is like a rosy, bronzy shade. I really do like it. And it is staying here. Next one I have, I just recently purchased this. This is the Mellow Wine shade. And it looks like this. And it does look like a, you know, I wouldn't really call this a wine shade. I really wouldn't. I don't know what else I would have called it, but it is buttery like the others, and it is definitely very pigmented. So be very, very easy with these, especially with the pearlescent pink, because I'll tell you this, I wasn't thinking when I first applied it, and trust me, I had to redo my entire face, because I just really went overboard and didn't mean to. I haven't really given this a fair shot, so I think I'm going to keep it and still work with it. The next one is the Ellen Tracy Ombre Blush, and this is in, let's see, okay, it doesn't even have a shade on here. It's just called Ombre Blush. So, if I can pop this open without breaking a nail, I would be quite happy. There we go. Okay, so it looks like this. I've been using this quite often, and it's very nice. It does give you like a purpley pink, and it's a very nice baby pink shade. I do like it. So, it is staying. Alright, the next 4 that I have are cream or liquid blushes. I'm almost guaranteed I'm getting rid of pretty much all of them. Let's start with these first. These are the e.l.f. HD blushes. They are cream blushes or liquid blushes. What are they? Okay, they don't say. I'm assuming it's more of a liquid than anything. I have one in Headliner and one in Superstar, and these are just, I don't know. I think it's the fact that I don't really use, and you don't need very much of these at all. Like, this is way too much, and I'll show you why. Look at the pigmentation on these. One, I think this is way too bright for me. I think maybe if you blended it out, well, that's still too bright for me. I don't like it. And I use too many powder products anyway to try and use a blush that pigmented and that creamy. I think I might try one of them like underneath a powder before I put, you know, all that other stuff on and see if that works, but this one's just way too bright. I can't do it. The next one I have is in Headliner. This one I might keep because I do like the fact that it is light enough to where I can work with it, and that's probably even too much, and that's just a dot. Yeah, see, I mean, this is more of a pretty color, and I think if you blend it out, it would work. But like I said, I don't really use liquid or cream blushes too often, but I think I might keep that one around just to try and see if I can work with it. But like I said, 99.9% of the time, I don't grab for these. Now this one's a little different. This is the Maybelline Master Glaze in Just Pinched Pink. Now I have used this quite a bit, even though it doesn't look like I've made a dent. But that is just a really pretty shade. I absolutely love this. But I don't, like I said, unless I'm using just like an all liquid foundation and I'm not setting my face, which is very rare, then I would use something like that. But like I said, I really just don't. But I will keep that one. I've had that one for a while, but it hasn't failed me on, you know, a cream blush. Next one, this one I am getting rid of. I plan on sending this to a friend. Anything that I say I'm throwing away unless otherwise stated, I am giving these to either, you know, friends, family, or something of that nature. Unless it's expired, then I will throw it away. But I got this recently, I think in last month's Lip Monthly, and this is by Be a Bombshell Girl Crush, and this is the one stick. I'm assuming you can use this as a blush and a highlighter kind of thing. But I did a review on this. I think that one, I haven't done the review yet. I've recorded it, just not edited and posted it. That will be on Friday. But this one, you're kind of getting a sneak preview of what, you know, what my views are of this. Now that is what you get. It is like a purpley light pink shade. But once you blend it out, okay, the color goes away, and the only thing you are left with is all that glitter and shimmer. And I cannot stand that stuff on my face. And I do have pictures to show you, you know, I mean, even with me wiping it off, look at all the flecks of glitter that are left behind. I'm not having that on my face. I am not, you know, no offense to anybody in this particular field, but I am not a stripper. I'm not trying to get money. I don't need glitter like that on my face. I mean, if you want to go out to a club and you want everybody to see you from the other side of the room, then by all means you can use this, but I'm not going to. Okay, so that is all of my blush. Now we got highlighters. So we'll move these over. Okay, I've gotten rid of 4 products. That's not too shabby. Even though my husband probably would like me to get rid of more. Anyway, this is by Cougar. This is the Mineral Face and Body Shimmer in Diamond Kiss. And I haven't even tried this out yet, to be honest with you. Some people say it's actually really nice. I just haven't grabbed the balls to really use this yet. I mean, that's what it looks like on your finger. See what... I probably shouldn't have put it on top of the excess glitter. Ooh. Okay, dumped it on my hand. Let's see. Oh, well, it doesn't look as intense as what it looks like in the container. It does have some shimmer. It may be little. Yeah, it does have some flecks of glitter that I can see. I do see some yellow and some green in there. But it looks like the intense gold that you're seeing in here does dissipate. And it does look nice. I'm going to have to try that. And since it's a body glitter, I mean, hey. You can use that on, well, it says face and body. So I may try this out sometime. Okay, this one here, I think I'm going to get rid of, or at least give it to my mom. This is the Physicians Formula Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Powder and Translucent. Now, when I first saw this, I'm like, oh my god, that is so pretty. That's going to be like a good all-over shade. And, you know, you can use it as a blush if you just use, you know, rub your finger in the pink for, you know. But for an all-over, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not too bad for a highlight. I don't know. I guess it's... To me, it looks too stark white when I put it on my face. Even when I mix it in with the pink. So, I'm going to give it to my mom. And hopefully she can find some use out of it. And then the next one I've had this before I started my channel, and it is even though they call this a bronzer, this is obviously not a bronzer. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer with SPF 15, and this is in Reserve Your Cabana. I absolutely love this as a highlight. Some people say that this is supposed to be a dupe for Champagne Pop. I have no idea. I mean, it's a very pretty shade. I've never really went to... Actually, I take that back. I have swatched Champagne Pop. I do not think this is a dupe. It's not even really similar to me. This is just, you know, a light, almost white, you know, highlight. As in Champagne Pop is more, you know, gold. That isn't really gold. But it is a pretty highlight, and it is staying. These 3 here, I plan on getting rid of at least one. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator. This is supposed to be a blush highlight. This one here is an ice. And you got 4, I was right the first time. Different colors. This is almost like a color correcting, like, you know, highlight looking thing. And, you know, like I said before with the other one, this is just way too stark white. And there's too much glitter in there for me. That is just not me. So I will get rid of that one. Next one I have, this is the same line. And this is supposed to be in golden. And I do actually like this. I haven't used this too often. I've noticed with these you can actually use, or at least the 2 out of the 3, if you don't like them as, you know, highlights, you can actually use these as eyeshadows. And I only got that idea from Emily Noel 83 when she used the 3rd one here to do an eye look. And I actually thought that was kind of awesome. I never would have thought to use these as eyeshadows. But it is a bronzy. Oops. I think I dropped the... No, I did drop the brush. This is more of a bronzy coppery one. It is very pretty. I use this from time to time, not too much. As you can tell, I don't use the brushes. Yeah, I just don't use the brushes. I do plan on keeping this one though. This one here is the one that I just mentioned. So this one, like I said, is in Rose. I just spoke about this one, and I really do like this. I don't use this as an overall highlight, but I do use this, you know, as a blush topper. I've tried to use this as an overall highlight, and it's almost too white. I mean, it's got a light pink, but not very much. So, like I said, I use this as a blush topper, not as a straight up highlight. The next one I got is a Mary Luminizer, and I think these are so cute. I plan on purchasing the other two as well, and then getting the actual trio, just because, you know, you can use the trio to travel, and, you know, but everybody likes these, or at least I haven't seen anybody really complain about these at all. Well, like I said, this is Mary Lou. I know they have Cindy Lou and Betty Lou, I do believe. But I got this one first because I wanted to try them out. I wanted to make sure I was actually going to like these before I, you know, invested in the other ones. But that's what you get out of it. It is really pretty. You can see the highlight. And that's the shade. It is really pretty. I do like this. There is no glitter in this, but there is a little bit of shimmer, and I really do like this. So it is staying. Let's see. These four here. This one I'm actually thinking about getting rid of. I cannot stand it. Everybody swore by this. This is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips and Vegas Strip. Some people said that the top two shades are supposed to be a dupe for Champagne Pop. It looks like everybody's trying to dupe that shade. My issue is that you have to scrape and scrape and scrape to even get color. Like, that is very pretty. I could almost see this almost being, you know, at least a close shade to Champagne Pop. I mean, it is pretty, but I've already, if you've looked at this, I've had to scrape and scrape and scrape to even get, you know, to it. I'll have to think about this. I mean, it's pretty. I don't really reach for it, though. I may put it towards the front of my highlighters and just try and reach for it. But once I get to my last two, you will see why I haven't really reached for any of my highlighters recently. So, we will definitely get into that. The next one I have is from Revlon, and the shade is Rose Glow, and it looks like this. Also looks like shimmer strips. Some people said this was a dupe for Bobbi Brown's shimmer strips, which I don't know what the shade is. I just know that they were pink. This is the Revlon highlighting palette, and it looks like this. This is really pretty, but like I said, I don't see myself really grabbing for it. And honestly, that looks more like a blush than a highlighter. But that's just my opinion. I mean, they do have, none of these are matte. These are all shimmer. But that's more of a blush to me than a highlight. But I think I am going to get rid of it. I do have quite a few blushes and highlighters. I really don't need an extra one, and I don't grab for it. So I'm trying to get rid of enough. My next two are from Wet n Wild. These are from the Fergie line. I noticed that they're repackaging these. They're taking Fergie's name off, and they're just going with, I think it's the same packaging, but they're taking her name off, and they're changing, like, the colors and stuff for these. But they're the same exact shades. So if you have these, don't go out and buy them on the Wet n Wild website. They are the same thing. They just changed the shade names. Now, this one is in Hollywood Boulevard. I love this one as well. I have recently used this. I mean, look at that. Just a few swatches, and you get that pretty awesome highlight. I really do like this. Some people say that's even a dupe for Champagne Pop, but I honestly think that is too dark. but I could be wrong. But it is very pretty, and it's staying here. I've actually learned a new way to apply these, because I notice when I use a brush, I don't get as much intensity as I would like. So I actually take a wet beauty blender and just kind of slightly rub it in, and then dab it on my face. And let me tell you, someone will see you across the room in that one, darling. I will tell you that now. The next one I have is in Rose Champagne Glow, and it is this really pretty, shimmery pink shade. And I love it. It doesn't really come off pink per se, but it is a nice shimmery shade, and I really do like that. And I am having that stay with me. Okay, my last two, these have been talked about quite a bit on YouTube, and they are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits. I only have the first two she came out with. I have ordered the Sun Dips. That should be coming in the next couple weeks. And then I am looking for the other one she just came out with. Evidently, what is that? It's Moon something. I can't think of it at the top of my head. But the first one I have is that Glow. And I still keep the packaging on these. And these, there they are. Aren't they pretty? So, from left to right, you have Sunburst, Golden Bronze, Bubbly, and Dripping in Gold. And I actually use these as bronzer toppers, and they're stunning. I absolutely love these, and they are very pigmented, and these really do match anybody's skin tone. I'm trying to do this and not. So those are all 4 shades. They're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, yeah, they are definitely worth the $40. But if you're anybody like me and you can't afford to pay $40 for, you know, a glow kit, I understand. I completely understand. Everything I have that I show you on my channel, I have paid for. None of these products are, you know, shipped. Well, they are shipped to me, but not from companies. I pay for everything that I have shown on my channel. And then this one is the Gleam Kit. Also as stunning as that one. I absolutely love these. And I even use these on my face today as well. So from left to right, you have Hard Candy, Mimosa, Starburst, and Crushed Pearl. And I really do love these. They're buttery, they're pigmented. I love these. You cannot beat these. I know people are already trying to dupe these shades. I'm just not even going to try. That was kind of light. I noticed this is the lightest one in the, you know, kit, but they're very, very, very pretty. Absolutely stunning. So, those are my declutters, even though I didn't really declutter a whole lot. I did declutter a little bit, so I can't really get too mad at myself. Or maybe I can. It just depends. I'm going to try and move this stuff over here. I'm over here looking at my pile if I really want to get rid of more. What the conundrum I got myself into. So far, I've gotten rid of 7 products here. I hate trying to go over everything, but alright, I am going to get rid of the other 2 liquid and cream blushes, because like I said, I don't grab for them. I would like to keep them in my collection, but if I'm not going to use them, then it's just kind of a waste. Let's see. Things that make you go, Alright, I'm also going to get rid of the other 2 True Match Lumi highlighters. going to stop there because I'm going to drive myself insane. So, I've gotten rid of, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 products. So I don't think that's too shabby. I think that's pretty good. Hopefully, maybe. We will see. But yeah, these will be getting rid of. These are all staying. So, not too bad. I want to say I got rid of maybe a third of my collection. So, that's not too bad. That is a start. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was absolutely long. Usually, these videos for me are very, very long. I hope you'd enjoy. Let me know in the comments below if you have any declutter videos or anything that you have decluttered recently. And that is all. So, I will see you in my next video, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.